Pivot! While I have hiked all of the long Boundary Water trails numerous times, it was time to explore the BWCA in a different way, by canoe. My last multi-day canoe trip here was 17 years ago. Well friends, I am joining you from Sawbill Lake, which is located 23 miles north of Tofty, Minnesota, right on the edge of the Boundary Waters Canoe Area. We are supposed to be starting our 4-day canoeing adventure today. However, as you can see, it's very windy. There are gusts of 35 to 40 miles per hour out on the lake right now. It's 40 degrees and it's been raining all day. We saw some people coming in from the lake that looked like they had been through hell. And the outfitter was warning us, yeah, might not be a great day to start paddling across the lake. So, we're not going to. Plan B, be flexible. We are actually going to be camping here at the Sawbill Lake campground. You know, we're still going to camp out. We're going to hopefully build a campfire. Hopefully it's not too wet. Make some steaks, make some mac and cheese, camaraderie, go to bed, stay warm, stay safe, and head out tomorrow canoeing across that lake when hopefully the weather's a little better. We got fire, we got steak, we got Dave.
Eating steak.
We got some ugly bastard over here. How you feeling there, Krusty?
I feel like 1 billion pesos.
What do we got here?
We have some gruel on the burner. Some people call it Velveeta and cheese, but it's on the old burner.
Nice part about canoe camping is
You can pack heavy.
we can pack heavy. Look at the stove. That's no alcohol stove. Look at all that food.
That's no backpacking food.
That's not peak refuel or mountain house BS. Steak. Have I mentioned that we're not backpacking? This sort of stuff doesn't happen when we're backpacking. Fire, beer. Oh, what is this, Dave? Didn't you have a name for this?
The WT Palace right here.
How big a tarp did we bring?
30 foot by 20 foot.
It's a 30 by 20 foot tarp.
Hashtag tarp life.
Well, hi there. Just starting breakfast here. Some eggs, some hash browns, some onions, some peppers. Woo, buddy. Oh, thank you, friend. Now we'll add some cheese. Can never have too much cheese. We're off.
And we're off to see the wizard.
The nice part about a 3-person canoe is I'm sitting here doing absolutely nothing. On day 2, we paddled from Sawbill Canoe Outfitters north on Sawbill Lake up to campsite 877. We made it to camp for the night. It's only 1 o'clock. Dave here is the biggest, strongest guy that we have. And what exactly are you lifting out of the canoe there?
It's about 100 pounds.
Attaboy. Excuse me, sir. This is not zoned for high density hammock hanging. You're gonna have to move. You can go to the neighboring hammock person and request a variance. Set up at campsite 877. Let me give you a little tour of what's going on here. See, Rob set up a little lean-to here to keep gear dry. We can put under there if it rains. And here's Dave's 20 by 30 tent or tarp.
Gigantor.
We've there's a little bit of a sprinkle, so we have it set up around. We can sit around the campfire. What do we got in the pot here, Dave?
Some corned beef. It's looking pretty good.
A little cabbage.
Cabbage goes in about an hour before we want to eat.
Oh, the potatoes maybe an hour.
Here's Dave's tent.
Took away all the...
Beautiful lake out here. Sawbill Lake still. My hammock, and right next to me, nice and cozy, Rob's hammock. So we just been kind of chilling out all day. We hung a bear line over there with a pulley on it. I think we've decided that tomorrow we're gonna sleep at the same site, and we're gonna take a long day trip tomorrow with some portages without all of our gear. Should be fun.
Corned beef, cabbage, potatoes, boiling meat for 5 hours. And it's damn good. Damn good.
For those of you that think that we should be afraid of bear, moose, lions, no. It's the damn spiders you should be afraid of. morning from the Boundary Waters Canoe Area. How we doing, fellers?
You know, living.
Rob's pumping himself over there. We have some pancakes cooking here. Leftover bacon grease, eggs. Doesn't get much better than this, boys. Three of us are back out on the lake, canoeing north. We're going to be heading up towards Cherokee Lake. There's a few portages, but we are definitely carrying less gear today since we left camp back there. A couple campsites along here. I'm sitting in the middle, paddling a little bit, also being our navigator. Lord help us. On day 3, we paddled north to Ada Lake, where we went through a very marshy area and circled back to camp exploring along the way. We got to the north end of Sawbill Lake. We just completed an 80-rod portage, or as my Canadian friends say, portage. If you're not familiar, a rod is about 16 feet, about the length of a canoe. So that portage was a little over 1,200 feet, roughly a quarter of a mile. We are now on Ada Creek, heading north for a short little bit, and we're going to have another 80-rod portage. Sun's out, beautiful day. Our map shows a large bog, marshy area with another 80-rod portage along the side. However, we're hoping maybe we can get through here by paddling. We are probably a little over halfway. We see a little current in the water, so we are hoping we can make it. You can hear.
Stay right. Oh, left looks clearer, but
yeah,
I don't know how we're gonna turn it.
It's pretty
We're trying. Back up.
It's pretty shallow here.
Let me back up because I can see wind coming through that way.
You can see a little wind and current coming through this way. Instead of going that way, it's kind of like a little maze through here. And going through it in this large 3-person canoe is a little tricky navigating. So I'm going to put away the phone and help. Okay, this is the joy of trying to go through a marsh where they suggest a portage. Came to a little dam here. Super shallow. Dave's laying down because we're rubbing bottom.
Step wide. Actually, not too wide.
Here?
Right here.
Trying to get out, but it's very wet here. Trying to keep our feet dry. I'm not wearing the right boots for this. Smells like beaver urine out here. Yep. Came to another big beaver dam from the lower side. But once we get across this beaver dam, it's a little bit wider, more open. We're hoping we can get up to the lake. We've made the group decision to take the portage on the way home. We're going to try doing this again.
Try to pivot it your way.
Pivot! On the ground.
Just lift it, walk under it. Hold my hand.
There you go.
And if you want to take a break like I did, just put the front end down and you could just kind of chill just like you are now.
Yep.
Get a decent pass.
Hello, friends.
That looks really good.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, it'll be up so bad.
See you on the other side, girls. All right. 80 rod portage. 3-person canoe. If I'm being honest with you, I've never done this before. It's not too bad. Hopefully the terrain isn't too rugged. Having a good time on this trip. Feel a little guilty sitting in the middle of the canoe. Can't do quite as much productive duty with paddling, but trying to help when I can. Both these guys are type A personalities, want to be in control anyway. Oh, I see water. That's a good sign. Raining out. We made it to the end of the portage. We're gonna have just a little brief lunch here on the road. It's that time, boys and girls. Right. Go for it. It's almost done. Lunch today on the trail is some shells, mac and cheese, some hot ring bologna made on Rob's little stove over here, and oh, the humanity. We had a little mishap here.
Lunch on the trail.
Don't worry, we're going to practice good leave no trace camping and clean that up before we leave. We decided after our marshy adventure that we didn't have time to keep on going all the way up to Cherokee Lake, circle back around and go back to camp before dinner. So Dave's going to make another fabulous dinner tonight that we need a little extra time for cooking. So we are on our way back. Look at this nice beaver house here. A little storage area here. So I think, we got about an hour? Yeah. And we'll be back at camp, process some firewood, relax. We got back to camp. Looks like the wind took our tarp down a little bit. We'll have to readjust that. Get our fire going. Time to relax. And time to eat again.
Roast pork. It's a pork loin marinated. Korean barbecue sauce, obviously jalapeno is a good garnish. Roasted cauliflower, just a regular jasmine rice. And this relish is sort of a mix of a Thai relish and a Korean relish that I've had at a couple of different restaurants. Jalapeno, cucumber, onion, fish sauce, sugar.
Are you kidding me? This is better than a restaurant here. Thank you, sir. We have bacon, we got eggs, we have onions, we have red peppers, cheese, and beef sticks. Delicious. The sun's come out. We're just finishing breakfast. Dessert for breakfast is pancakes. We're all packed up. The canoe is loaded. Walking through camp, just doing the regular idiot check. Make sure we haven't forgotten anything. I'm still here. I'm phoning an idiot. All right. You can look with me. See anything? Any garbage? Are we leaving any traces? Tarp is all down. Fire is completely extinguished. Saying goodbye to our sparrow friend that we have named Kirby because he's fat. There we go. On day 4, we left camp and paddled south on Sawbill Lake to Sawbill Canoe Outfitters. Headed back south on Sawbill Lake. It's a brisk morning. Luckily the wind is behind us. That makes paddling a little easier. Going through some scenic little islands here. Paddling back to the outfitters. Super windy out here. Luckily the wind is from our tail, but we still have to kind of go around some islands, around some bends, and some good paddling. But the shoreline is up ahead here, and we're almost there. No one cares. We made it back to Sawbill Outfitters. Quite the wind here on the lake. Luckily we were riding that all the way back to the outfitter here. We're all unloaded, loading the canoe up, bringing it back. Have our bags here, watching them while they go back to the car. This is my first canoeing trip in over 17 years. So I didn't do everything perfectly. I learned a lot of stuff, but I'm definitely gonna come out and do this again. If you wanna see me do more canoeing trips, make a comment down below and let me know. And all you experts can tell me what I did wrong. Hey, thanks for coming to the end of the video. It's cold and windy out here. I'm gonna head up there. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, punch the bell notification, check me out on Instagram,